Hello, collective. Welcome back, angels, to the Cosmic Taylor. If you are new here, hi, I am Taylor, here to tailor you to your highest timeline. So many weird, strange messages today, guys, because, this is the, I want to say, I did my short, as I usually do today on YouTube, and then I did 3 different readings on Instagram because I felt like doing a pick a crystal reading kind of a thing. And then I recorded an entire other reading, which I just finished a few hours ago, and now I'm back because Spirit asked me to come back, change. Let's start there. The fact that I have changed like 5-6 times today. I've put on like so many different outfits, and Spirit was like, I want you to get some makeup on. So I put my makeup on, and Spirit was like, I want you to do something new. I want you to do something different. I want you to do something interesting, okay? Something that to an outside viewer looking in looks 111 on the timer interesting, but the closer you look, the more revealing it is. 1, 2, 3 on the timer. So there is something here about there is something here about something not being what it seems, something seeming, I want to say, ugly or terrifying or uninteresting, but the closer and closer you get, the more and more extravagant it becomes. Oh my god, excuse me. Spirit wants me to go grab 2 oracle decks. Hold on. Alright. Starting here instead. Cool. Do I need to clear these, Spirit? Yeah, I've been like really into clearing my decks lately. Cute. I love how brushing my fingers up against my berets will send them flying in a different direction. How wonderful. 2, 2, 2 on the timer. You could have thin hair. You might be actively spending time right now to up your glamour. Or you're actively spending more time, 2, 3, 4 on the timer, just trying to feel better in your own skin. You know what I mean? Because like there was somebody that I watched the other day who said I spent way too much time trying to look hot and instead of trying to feel good. And after I heard them say that, I was like, god damn, people are doing that. People be doing that, like, that's crazy, because as far as I'm concerned, I only care about feeling hot. I don't care how I seem from the outside looking in. I really don't. Spent too much time caring about the people that are outside looking in. Confirmation. Okay. So, Spirit, we have the crane in reverse, which is interesting because I've been seeing a lot of white birds lately. The dragon in reverse, interesting. What else, Spirit? And the panda upright with the frog in reverse on the back of the deck. Let's read about these cards. Crane, flight between worlds, infinity, elegant beauty, happiness, eternal youth, longevity, and international. Cranes live within the elemental environments of swamps and nest high on roofs of trees, placing their large but elegant forms rather out of reach. In flight, they look otherworldly and move internationally, giving rise to thoughts of infinity and longevity. My body is earth, air, fire, and water, but my spirit can fly in time and space. To what shall I liken the world? Moonlight reflected in dewdrops, shaken from a crane's bill. Interesting, because like I was just talking about how I heard the word ugly just a moment ago, 432 on the timer, and how I heard how it feels like from the outside perspective or the outside viewer, people are looking at you in a way that is very like heavy in the judgment. 444 on the timer, heavily judgmental. They're really like, I'm hearing scouring you for faults and nitpicking everything about you enough to make it seem like your flaws are something to be discussed or something to be disgusted by. Interesting. Anyway. Dragon. Mystical power, emperor, luck, control, cosmic chi, force of nature, scares off evil spirits. The wondrous dragon represents the emperor and often holds the pearl of great price. This treasure grows to relieve the irritation of invasive grit and symbolizes the rewards of suffering, becoming something precious and beautiful. Like a pearl, our strength and beauty are often developed by annoying life events. The dragon can control nature's energies and scare off evil spirits. Find the dramatic courage of your inner dragon and with it your luck and power. The intrinsic power we uncover in meditation is a power no one can give to us, and no one can take away from us. The power of self-existing wakefulness. Interesting. It does definitely feel like there's something here where you are kind of ignorant, or you are being ignorant to something that is very clearly within your own grasp, within your own power, something that you can't outrun is what I just heard, something you can't get away from. This isn't something that you'd want to get away from either. Large and gentle, vegetarian, yin-yang coloring, you might be vegetarian, precious and endangered, icon of conservation. Much loved symbols of conservation, giant pandas win our hearts with our cuddliness, fun and dramatic beauty. Their gentleness and vegetarian diet reassure us that such large bears could be friends. The yin-yang black and white coloration of these bears are, aptly expressed their balanced nature. We all need to find both sides of ourselves to enjoy life and be stimulatingly productive. Neither void nor non-void, so is everything described. That is indeed the middle path, for here is existence as well as non-existence again and again and again. Interesting why I read it like that, because it literally says, and again, existence once, but I said that for some reason. I also said our cuddly nature when it says their cuddly nature. There's something here about how you are literally just very peaceful. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, there's something about you being very peaceful, and it's like people are trying to disempower you and make you feel bad about yourself and try to make you feel ugly or heinous. That's a word I just heard, heinous. People want to make you feel like you're bad because you don't care. This is like black bears and brown bears beefing with polar bears beefing with panda bears because they don't eat meat. And then getting all mad and annoyed, being like, dude, just go eat meat. Like, come on, be normal. Do what the rest of us do. And the panda's like, that's not normal to me. I don't really give a shit. And then they're like, well, you're ugly and stupid anyway. What are you? You're white and black. Oh my god. Ugly. Like, you know? It's like... so childish. So foolish. And it's like... I don't even feel like it's actually getting to you, because if it was getting to you, I don't know, it wouldn't feel like, look at this card, it wouldn't feel so peaceful, it wouldn't feel so soft, it wouldn't feel so loving, it wouldn't feel so charismatically kind. Like, I just saw 9/11 on the timer. People are trying to literally, like, needlessly attack you. 9/19 on the timer. Now listen, I'm a conspiracy theorist, so, like, I don't believe that, but, like, was a needless attack in the sense of it being anything that the public or the news ever wanted us to believe it was, but, like, you know, call me crazy, I don't care. I'm just saying that the way it's being portrayed to me, this is all kind of needless violence towards you. Like, separate those two things. Oh shoot, what was that? Hold on a second. Okay. Sorry, so as I was saying, so many interruptions. It's like literally right now Spirit is saying they want you to say all these like controversial things so that you can cancel yourself before they can figure out a way to get you canceled. And that's like funny to me because it's like I don't have a lot of fucks to give as it is, y'all. Like, you think, dude, whatever. Frog. Amphibian, shapeshifter, egg tadpole frog. Magical properties, rain charm, truthful, totem of Egyptian Hecate, and midwives and crones. Oh, interesting, because we have crane, crone. I don't know why I correlate those two things so much. Frogs are endangered by climate change, being skin sensitive, and signal us to change our ways. Frogs have a magical significance in many cultures, and their appearance, life cycle, sudden leaps, and strange croaks fascinate, spook, and enchant. Sometimes it is beneficial to sit very quietly with observing until the time is right to make a bold, decisive move. With a leap or a fast tongue, the prize is yours. What a happy thing it is to listen to the frogs in the mountains, stretched at full length, in my thatched hut. Interesting. There is something that you need to act on here. Definitely. There is something that you need to act on here. And with the peacock being right underneath that, I'm gonna say it's for sure something that has to do with your glamour, self-empowerment, and I heard finding yourself beautiful. Something where you need to find yourself beautiful. Yeah, you need to work with yourself. Gotta be kind to yourself. Gotta be loving on yourself. Please do everything in your power to be doing such nice, kind, compassionate, loving things. Por favor. In the meantime... Oh, interesting. I heard fairies out of nowhere. I hear they have a message. Alright. Savings at every turn. Huh. Oh, shit. I just saw an imagery of, like, fairies with swords, like, stabbing black energetic like beasts every single time they try to take a step towards you or encroach upon you. And it's also interesting because I'm seeing you in this like foresty area with like a lot of flowers, and it's like that one story with the girl that was born from a peach from Japan. I don't know what it's called. Oh no, don't take that. Okay. They're like, that's energetic interference. 2 of Wands, 4 of Cups, except switch them, so 4 of Cups, 2 of Wands. There's something that you've been really, really indecisive on, something that you haven't been able to, like, choose. Spirit is saying, please pick. Please pick. Just pick. Which way do you want that, Spirit? Just want to confirm. Cool. And which way did you want that, Spirit? Once again, just want to confirm. Yeah. Oh wait, one more time. Okay, cool. Which way did you want that? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. We have the Ace of Coins with the 3 of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Wands, and then the 10 of Coins upright. Yeah, interesting. It's like you've been really like debating on the 2 options. Oh, okay. So there's something here where it's like you're either trying to take a limb out on an opportunity where you would be working to get your bag. Okay, working to get your bag. So either actually working at a place, I'm hearing a coffee shop or something like that. Excuse me. Or just looking to make profit somewhere, right? Which isn't inherently bad, but there is something about this choice specifically where it's like a little iffy because we have the 3 of Cups clarifying it, right? Where it's like it would be betrayal, but would it actually be betrayal, Spirit? Oh. Knight of Cups in the reverse. Not really. This was the card that came out as energetic interference. And yeah, there's something here about like people not appreciating you spreading like your love, affection, or spreading your message. This is like craziness here. Queen of Cups with the King of Coins in the reverse and Seven of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Cups behind that. That serves to me like you already went through a cycle with somebody else where you offered your heart, they couldn't accept it, and so in the end they lost the investment of you. And then we have the Page of Cups with the Nine of Pentacles over here. Yeah, you need to take a chance on your passions. You need to take a chance on your passions. Spirit is saying, because if you take a chance on your passions, it's going to lead to the Ace of Pentacles anyway. But if you take a chance on your passions and actively, like, instead of, like, forcing yourself to stay in this constant creative flow, just allowing yourself to be a little bit, like, interesting. Because, like, I was gonna say a little bit, like, less serious, but Spirit's like, no, a little bit more serious, like a little bit more structured, like a little bit, just a little bit more uncaring, you know, and not in the sense where you don't care, just in the sense where you don't inherently like put so much value in an incomplete idea or an incomplete project, you know what I mean? And Spirit's not saying that there is no value in that. Spirit's just saying that you're going to get the most value out of it when you allow it to be finished, instead of constantly carrying it forward to survive until the day you die. King of Wands in the reverse with the High Priestess upright. Yeah, you clocked this energy over here for feeling like betrayed because you took a chance on yourself. And you took a chance on your passions, because like I'm seeing that you've already made those choices, but now you're just like really indecisive about whether or not that's something that you should continue doing, or if that's something that you want to continue doing. If you haven't made that choice yet, make a choice, please, because you're never going to be upset about investing in yourself. Trust me on that one. Trust me on that one. You are the only surefire investment in your life. 654 on the timer. If you allow yourself to be somebody that is trustworthy and true to like your integrity and your heart. All right. Are you the kind of person, like, are you in that healed state where you believe that you are the kind of person that you would invest in if you met somebody outside of you that was like you? Okay, cool. Invest in yourself. And even if you're not, invest in yourself so that you can become that. You know what I mean? 717 on the timer. Oh my god. Mess. I don't really want mess. Yeah, there's something here about this passion leading you to true abundance, in the sense where it's like I'm hearing like it's going to generate assets for you. Very lucrative. Nine of Wands, just keep going. Just keep going. Keep trusting. Keep going and keep trusting. Like, have hope. Have faith. Trust in yourself, dude. Trust in yourself. Just because 5 of Cups in the reverse, just because people hurt you before doesn't mean that you're going to allow yourself to be in that position where you let them hurt you again. Page of Coins. Trust yourself to know where to spend your coin. Trust yourself to know where to put your money. Trust yourself to know that 4 of Coins with the Tower. Exactly. Like, trust yourself to know that every radical change, even if it's scary, is necessary to get to a point of, you know, true abundance. You can't get to the 10 of Pentacles without moving past the 4 of Pentacles, right? But the 4 of Pentacles is super stable. It's consistent. It's safe. You like the 4 of Pentacles, but you need the 4 of Pentacles to fall, to collapse, so that you can move into the 5 of Pentacles, and you need to move in the 5 of Pentacles so that you can get to the 6 of Pentacles, and then you gotta do the 6 to get to the 7 to get to the 8 to get to the 9 to get to the 10. You're almost there. You just need to let go of that fear. Spirit is saying, yeah, you might be left out in the cold, but you're going to be left out in the cold, 918 on the timer, by people that aren't rightfully aligned with you in your life. 918 is an angel number that talks about following your magical purpose in life. Following your divine purpose and actually fully embodying that purpose. 918 is also my birthday. So, yeah, that's why I love that angel number so much. Queen of Cups with the 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, 9 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords, exactly. your investments are leading you down the path of, like, true abundance and rest. And I'm hearing reciprocity too. Like, you gotta trust yourself here. We have the World and the Fortitude in reverse. Interesting. What's that about, Spirit? They're saying don't pay any mind to that. Okay, 10-10 on the timer. Interesting. Ihwas. That's the only one that stuck out, and it's interesting that it's a horse. I wanted to paint a horse on my eye, but I couldn't because I don't have those skills. It was gonna be sick though. Ansus, Swolu, and Mani in the reverse. I will take one more, but no more than one. I said I will take one more and no more than one. So, thanks, but no thanks. Just one. Spirit, I really, please. Thank you. The Norns. Interesting. Alright, let's read about these cards, y'all. La da 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 da. Ihwas, take speedy action. Open yourself to the power of flow. It benefits us to work with the rhythms of the natural world. Equine-assisted therapy may be of comfort to you. Eat seasonally available foods and notice the particular energies of each season. We are not our past. The wind, it works its way through my hair, a crown of ink. I smell its direction. I feel its sway. My legs, they hold the warmth of fur, the bellows of breathing together. Forward. Now, I am Ihwas. Ihwas, oh, just kidding, pronounced Ahwas. Ahwas, nice. Is the rune of the horse, and it tells us the importance of flow, rhythm, and gaining of momentum over time. Good riders adapt their bodies and minds to the rhythm of each of their horse's gaits: walk, trot, canter, and gallop, or in the case of Icelandic horses, their special gliding tolt. In doing so, they become one with their steed, bringing grace, ease, and a deep connection between human and horse. Ahwas suggests we bring the same energy and sensitivity to our everyday lives. That, rather than resisting the flow, we adapt to even enjoy the rhythm of life as we move with it. There is a huge power in riding with the energy, not against it. For example, we can align with the changing seasons, withdrawing with the introverted nature of winter, and setting forth new plans in the fertile spring. Even the foods available differ from season to season, and scientists agree that eating seasonally is better for the health of our bodies. Ahwas is also a rune of the now, not the past nor future. It reminds us that being by where we are and enjoying the fullness and completeness of this present moment, we create a more mindful and enjoyable future. Element is water. Work with water. We have the frog in reverse, and remember everything that it says. It said that you gotta be wait, right? But with the frog being in the reverse, that really does match this energy. I was gonna say something about that. I don't know if I did. The energy of this has been very, very, very speedy. Straight up, I feel like I'm trying so hard to just cut all of the needless things off now. All of the things that really do not need to be said, do not need to be applied. Snip it. There's always room to grow. You can't see it, but that's what this says. Sometimes you gotta cut off dead leaves so you can grow more. Ansus. Okay. Ansus. Improved communication, clear thinking, and wise action are all of great importance now. Do not deny what someone or something really is in favor of what someone or something really is in favor of, a kinder perspective. Find order in chaos. We have inherited both positive and negative aspects from our ancestors, and it is useful to know both. The universe is conspiring to open up new ways for you. I inhale, I am filled with your divinity and the spark that of all that is. Awareness floods ignorance. My blood sings in recognition. I exhale. The chaos and stagnancy. I am on Suze. I gotta remember that. The great All-Father Odin breathed life and inspiration into each and every human. The Norse believed that our intellect and life began in the very annihilation after birth. Annihilation. Oh my god. After birth, and ended with the final exhale at death. So every breath was a gift from the gods and the universe itself. The nature of this gift was this gift of air was Ansuz. Ansuz, a rune from the elder Futark, I don't know, concerns itself with all aspects of communication, from listening to thought to speech, but its key relates to the energy behind that communication. Ansuz asks that we communicate with clarity, honesty, accuracy, and with some order. The Norse understood that the world is chaotic and dynamic, but to name things, to describe them well, gave the world some order and stability, which was useful at all levels of experience. Listening to our own intuition and the messages of the higher powers, including ancestry and divine energies, is also part of the message here. We all have inherited the blood of countless ancestors, known and unknown, and with it their life force and physicality. It is not enough to believe that we have the blue eyes of our grandmother or the hands of our great-grandfather. It is also important to understand that we have the bravery of the first and the ability to build of the second. Yet, too, we may have inherited negative aspects of a forebear, which we must name these as well to bring balance to our lives. Ansuz reversed indicates either a lack of critical thinking or outright dishonesty. You or someone around you is not seeing a situation accurately or is denying the existence of something that is evident to everyone else. Denial and refusal are to name something so that you can change it is central to Ansuz reversed. If this refusal continues, this situation will deteriorate further. Liberate yourself with honesty and plain speech. Element of air. Interesting. We're gonna use my angel tarot here. Spirit, I would like to know. Yeah, this is probably a person that feels betrayed by you moving forward. Probably. I don't know yet, though. We're gonna find out together, and we're gonna be real honest about it, yeah? Okay. These cards are really big, and they're, like, I don't know what kind of, like, stuff they're made out of, but they kind of hurt every time I try to shuffle them. You see? You see? It's just kind of painful. Gets easier. We already have two cards. The 9 of Earth and the 6 of Earth in reverse. Oh, the Lovers. Oh. Oh. The Chariot in reverse, the 9 of Air and Justice. Okay, so, alright, so what I'm getting is that if you feel like you've been really slowed in your progress to life or towards the things that you've been working to get to, you know, like the investments in your passions, right? That's because somebody is projecting so heavily their black mindset onto you that it is actually physically getting in the way of you being able to make that progress. And it's funny because it's like, it's not getting in the way in the sense that you're not going out of your way to achieve these dreams. It's getting in the way in the sense that it's kind of acting like a dam, so it's preventing all that you're pouring out from reaching the people or the masses. That's the word that I heard, the masses, that it's supposed to. And so the interesting thing here is 2012 or 2011 might have been significant to you, but the interesting thing here is the fact that, like, it's because they're just so caught up within their own reality right now where they had taken from you, okay? Because the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, that's thievery, that's begging, that's stealing, that's taking, you know, it's two ways that can come out, either as somebody taking more than they bargained for, or somebody getting less or giving way more than what they gain, you know what I mean? There's a lack of balance, basically. And this person is like, it says, enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment with the Nine of Earth, right? But like, that's like, it's interesting because like, that's what it feels like your energy is, but somebody else is wearing it like a coat. It's weird because like, what do you mean spending time alone, but you're also the lovers? That doesn't add up. That doesn't add up. 21 on the timer, you know. And it's not saying that you can't have both, but it is saying that there is something here that's just like, somebody is spending a lot of money on luxuries or being really, really like careless with their money, careless with their foundations, is what I'm hearing. That's crazy. When you get careless with your foundations, that's when every part of you dies. Honestly. Because how are you going to function? How are you going to stand when you don't have any foundations? That's a dangerous game. 22 on the timer. Dangerous game. There's some people playing a hell of a dangerous game right now. And it's funny because it's like, I don't even think they realize that they're doing what they're doing, and it's causing them, like, it's actually, the way I'm seeing it with Archangel Raphael and the lovers that's here, it's like there is going to be like a wall that slams down right in front of them like a dam, right? And it's going to halt all forward movement. Like, everything is going to stop. And then the Nine of Air, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights, fair and just decisions, do what you know is right and stand up for your beliefs with justice. Somebody here, I'm hearing they're getting their just desserts, because not only is everything that they've taken from you being revoked, not only is everything that they've ever stolen from you being taken back, but they're also actively like going to be heavily indebted to you. Like, look at this Six of Pentacles energy. This butterfly is having to put tokens back in one side of the scale because it's unbalanced. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, confirmation burps. God damn. Oof. Somebody, like, dude, and the thing is, like, Spirit is saying cross watchers, and like, it's interesting because like, I also heard that if you are watching this and you're feeling genuine fear, like genuine fear, 24 on the timer, this is probably you. Because the thing is, when the collective hears that they have to pay somebody back for something that they did, they're not scared by that information. The collective doesn't go like, oh my god, no, oh no. The collective goes, oh shit, okay, like what am I indebted to? What's going on? Like where's the fine print? Like, let's read this, let's figure this out together, let's get this together. I don't want to be in that position where I'm screwing somebody over or where somebody is screwing me over, you know what I mean? But that's balanced Six of Pentacles energy. These people are not in balanced Six of Pentacles energy. They're in extremely unbalanced Six of Pentacles energy. And that's not your problem. I'm hearing the song from, what's it called? From Adventure Time. I'm Just Your Problem. Where it's like, I shouldn't have to be... Wait, what is it? It's, hold on, let me think of it. I got this. I'm sorry that I exist, I forget what landed me on your blacklist, but I shouldn't have to be the one that makes up with you. 2552 on a timer. It's like, sorry I don't treat you like a goddess. Is that what you want me to do? Sorry I don't treat you like you're perfect, like all your little subjects do. Sorry I'm not made of sugar, am I not sweet enough for you? Is that why you always avoid me? That must be such an inconvenience to you. Well, I'm just your problem. I'm just your problem. It's like I'm not even a person, am I? I'm just your problem. Yeah, that's interesting. And so, like, and it's the same thing. They're like, I shouldn't be the one that has to make up with you, but why do I want to? Why do I want to? Because you did something wrong. Because you did. If you watched that show and you know that episode, then you know the reason why she's singing that is actually in the, I'm pretty sure it was said that it was Adventure Time, like, Lands Beyond or something like that. It's an episode where it focuses on Marcelina and Bubblegum in the Glass Kingdom, and that shows the reason why they were fighting for that episode. In that episode where Marceline was like, why do I want to make up with you? Like, I'm just your problem. It's because Marceline and Bubblegum were both being awful towards each other, you know? And it's like, Bubblegum was trying to find a way to save the kingdom. Marceline was looking for a way to destroy the threat to the kingdom, if I remember correctly. And it's like Marceline was causing, like, literally causing damage, while Bubblegum was just trying to find an inventive way, a creative way to fix it, right? And either way, both of them were acting horribly and terribly, right? Because, like, with the Panda card, we all know that you gotta use both. You gotta do both. You gotta do destructive and creative things in order to make progress, or to do the things in order to get to where you need to go. You know what I mean? It's a balance. You can't do a completely indestructive thing in order to create something new. And you cannot create something completely new without being destructive. You know what I mean? The yin and yang of it. The Norns. While there may be things that are fated, still, our will and energy can alter them. We all receive gifts from the divine at birth, which we can develop or ignore. Focus and energy must be put towards a task if it is to be successful. The thread of life shimmers in the dawn. It is woven by what was. It is entwined with what is, and is plaited with what will be. Each has their destiny, but each too their will and magic. Nothing is certain. All is in flow. Yggdrasil, the tree of life that holds the 9 worlds within its limbs and roots, grows from the well of word. Word is the flow and living force of destiny which nourishes the world tree and all life. Seated under the tree, ensuring the flow of word, are the 3 maiden Norns. Urdr, URDR, what was? Verdandi? I don't know. Verdandi, what is, and Skuld, what will be, Skuld. These deities weave the destiny of each newborn baby. They visit each child and bestow upon them their fate, which they carve into the form of runes into Yggdrasil. While attempting to look at the Norns as similar to the fates in the Greek pantheon, the Norse did not see fate as unalterable, as the Greeks did. Instead, they saw fate as malleable, subject to the will and energy of the individual and the forces of their environment. So while someone could have a destiny carved for them by the Norns, by channeling their own desires and personal energy, they could change it. If we turn to mythos, we can see the concept at work. One day, a new baby entered the world into a Jarl, Danish chief, and his queen. The Norns traveled to them, and the Norns wove and weaved the silk flying around them, and after a small while told the mother that her son would be a great warrior who would attain great glory. Knowing that such men often died early, the woman begged the Norns thus, "Please, great woman, my son is bound to have an early death should he be a warrior. If this is his only fate, I am both happy and bereft. Whilst warriors keep us safe, their families must suffer, and they must lose their lives. Can you not grant him another talent? Can you not soften his destiny?" "Ah," said Urdr, "what we give cannot be taken back." "But," said Vonandi, "we are not the only influences. We can carve his destiny upon Yggdrasil, but the waters of the word and the magic of the whole can change." "So," said Skuld, the will, the weave, and the whole shapes his destiny too." And so the Norns left the woman and traveled back to the Tree of Life. They carved the new sons of destiny into the wood, noticing as always that as they did, the shape of the fate began to shimmer and move, as always. Interesting. Yeah, that one is also upright. See, from that, I'm getting this energy that you chose to change your fate. You chose a different destiny. Something that somebody did not expect from you. Something that somebody was expecting you to never go for, actually. Dude, it's so funny because if you look closely at my makeup, we got a tower over here and then a castle with 2 towers, and this was supposed to be a sun, but I forgot to do the little lines around it. Like, there's something about how you went and you chose your own destiny. You went and you chose your own fate. Time is precious, and this person is learning that they can choose their fate from you. Ooh. They're learning that they can choose their fate from you. Skills. 33 on the timer. Time is precious. Be grateful for each passing minute. Using time well is a virtue. Be mindful of how you use your time, which may mean doing very little, if that is of benefit. A circle within a circle, the whirling wheel, by 9 times 3, I measure my life, I gather my magic, I shine my light, waiting for Fenrir to open his jaws. Mani is both the name of the moon as well as the name of the god within the Norse cosmos, closely connected to the moon. In the Poetic Edda, it was told that Mani was the brother of the goddess Sol, the sun, and was fathered by, I'm not even going to try, Time. Mundilefri. Time. It is unusual with any mythos for the moon to have a masculine association, but Mani, we may have seen the origins of man in the moon. Both Sol and Mani were seen to to circle the earth each day in a chariot. Time is he who begat the moon and fathered the flaming sun. The round of heaven each day they may run to tell their time for men. The Vikings told time by the moon, not the sun. The 28-day moon cycle was a reliable timekeeper. Also, being seafarers, they were aware of the connection between the cycles of the full moon and the tides, especially around peak tides of the full moon. Incredibly competent navigators, they relied on the position of the moon as well as the planets and stars to guide them on their voyages. In the Eddic poem Grimnismal, when Thor asked the dwarf Alvis about the names for the moon and the other worlds, Alvis and Mani said Mani is called the moon by mankind, the whirling wheel within hell, fiery ones by the gods, the hastener by the giants, the shiner by the dwarves, and the counter of years by the elves. Mani, as the creation of Asir, gods, were consumed by the wolf Fenrir at Ragnarok, the end of the world cycle. When the Norse tradition, Mani is a keeper of time and cycles. When we receive this card, we are reminded that time waits for no one and that this time is precious. To the Vikings, whose life expectancy was so much shorter than ours, to waste time was to waste life. Damn. And that's interesting because, like, over here, like, with this energy, with the Lovers, the Knight of Earth, the Six of Earth in the reverse, it's feeling very wasteful. It's feeling very wasteful. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I have been doing so much that I've been wanting to do for the past few days. I'm so proud of myself, guys. I've been focusing on my dreams like crazy. I'm so excited. Anyway. Okay. Oh my god. Soiolo? Okay, Soiolo. You are on purpose. You are on the right path. You may need to leave others behind to reach your goal. Truth is right in front of you. You should choose to see it. You may have experienced dark times, but your future is bright. I turn my face towards the sun, and the past stretches out in front of me. I know. I have learnt the truth. It is a solitary thing, but brightly it shines. Right action it is. I am Soiolo. It's in reverse, so we're going to read the reversed meaning first. You may have been given poor advice or false information. Do your due diligence. The goal you seek is not the true one for you. You may need to reassess. Oh, shit. That's super interesting because that also landed, like, with all these other cards from the Angel Tarot. It fell right between the Chariot in reverse and the Nine of Air. So, we're gonna, you know what, let's pull some more cards on that. Why not? We like it when we have more cards, don't we? I like it when we have more cards. So maybe it doesn't really matter what you guys like. Hold on one second. Alright, I'm back. So, I want to know. Who's this talking about? It fell on this side. 5 of coins, the Lovers in reverse, the 3 of coins, the moon, and the Knight of coins. Oh, God damn. It's so interesting how you watch the ripple effect of what you once went through move beyond into somebody else's reality. You ever think about that? You wanna know something I've noticed? I've noticed that after every single friendship, relationship, or connection that I go through or I've been in, I experience the pain or something of the sorts, the suffering of sorts that they experienced from their previous relationship, friendship, or heartbreak of sorts. You know what I mean? And then, I seem to give, like, a similar ripple effect out in the world of the, I don't know, just, like, I don't know. It's like every single time I pull cards and it's about a connection of which you or I used to be in, because this collective, I need to be part of the collective if I want to read its energy. You know what I mean? It's just like to see them go from the place in which you once were with them and then them being in that place themselves. It's like, it's just so weird. It's so interesting. Especially because, like, yeah, Judgment and the Two of Coins in the reverse, they're being too hard on themselves. Whoever this is, they're being way too hard on themselves. And it's blinding them. It's blinding them to the reality. Ooh, no. It's blinding them to the reality that someone's going to wake up to their reality. And I don't mean their reality as their own as the individual looking from the outside, like looking from the outside looking in, you know what I mean? But it more as in like, they're going to become aware of both of their realities. Death in reverse, Three of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Five of Swords upright, and the Lovers card. The Lovers, there are 4 Lovers cards in this deck. I only have 2 of them out here and 1 from the Angel Oracle. Somebody is in a relationship, and Spirits just said they're not about to be. Chariot in the reverse with the 4 of Wands. Yeah. Because they're going to have to make the choice. Spirit is saying they're going to have to make the choice that they were trying to force you to pick. They're either going to have to pick this relationship or they're going to have to pick their dreams. 4141 on the timer. They're going to have to pick the forward movement within their own lives. 4 of Wands or the Magician. What is it gonna be? And the 4 of Wands is showing up in reverse. So it's like, do you want instability with a forever person, or do you want to create your own reality? Do you want to master yourself, master your emotions, master who you are, where you're at, what you're doing, how you feel? Go away, bro. Dude. Just fucking piss off. I really wish the thing would like disappear after you tapped it twice, but it doesn't, and it fucking irritates me. I hate looking at it. But yeah, there's something here about how this person doesn't want to like accept that their destiny is within their own hands, that their fate is within their own hands. 4242 on the timer, and then we have the 6 of Cups with the King of Swords in the reverse. It's so crazy that this is the energy that's falling into your life right now, where it's like, I'm hearing indecisiveness coming from someone unworthy. Confirmation burp. Excuse me, confirmation burp. There's like, there's somebody, I'm hearing there's somebody that's creeping, thinking that they have a shot, but they're so unbalanced, they literally don't have a chance. Their imbalance will not bring you joy, so it's not gonna happen. That's so interesting. You're just too focused on yourself, for reals. Lovers in the reverse again. Oh, shit, dude. We're gonna read this because I think it's significant for you, collective. Soyulo is the rune of the sun, soul. As the sun illuminates all, Suiolo concerns itself with the revealing of the truth regarding personal purpose and intent within oneself, and truth in the dissemination, of information and in speech. In the absence of written contracts, the Vikings' word was their truth and their bond. Truth is one of the 9 virtues mentioned in the Eddas, where people are warned about setting and breaking false truths. Troths. Interesting. To the ancient Norse, the world had a real currency and worth. being truthful or not could be the difference between surviving or not. This rune asks us to consider whether or not we are being true to ourselves, whether or not we are following our true path. Are we living according to the standards of others, or rather than our own? Does our work take full advantage of our inherent gifts, or are we hiding our light under a basket? Interesting. Have we put on a mask to hide our truest self? 4444 on the timer. Lest it be seen or damaged further. How closely are we to living in accordance with who we are? Beautiful. Yeah. For real, like, Spirit was like, you didn't even need to read it for y'all. Like, y'all already know what you're doing. You already know what you're doing. You already know what you're focusing on. You already know where you're going. Spirit's like, just stop with so many distractions. Stop with so many of the distractions. Like, people are actively trying to get you off your path by distracting you from what you want for yourself, okay? Don't let that happen. Just don't let that happen. They cannot take your truth away from you. They cannot take your authenticity away from you. They cannot take your hopes, your dreams, your faith. They can't take none of that away from you, because even if they tried, they wouldn't survive it. Thank you so much for being here, angels, and for letting me read your energy. If you liked this, please let me know. You should stick around and tell me more about yourself and about your life. Yeah, because a lot of these liars are getting exposed for being liars. So I'd love to hear about it. I'm very interested. 45:54 on the timer. So thank you so much for being here. If you liked this, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And I also have my name down in the description for Cash App. If you would like to tip me, you do not have to. It's not required. It's never required, but it is always appreciated. So thank you so much for being here, and I hope I will see you in the next one. I love you so much. Bye.